Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? It is a Wednesday night here in New York City. So, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. I just wanted to come on here and do some sharing, some caring, and, just give some love, right? So, today has been a very interesting day for me. Okay. I um was watching TV today, but not because of choice, because I really don't watch a lot of TV. I was in a waiting room and they had the TV on, and it was just, when God is on your neck, on your ankles, on your heels, and he's putting signs in front of your face, and he is also just showing you the light. And that was kind of one of the experiences I had today, as I was in this waiting room, and I'm watching a particular TV show. I think the writer's strike ended this morning, right? So people were coming back, or I think, truth be told, people was coming back earlier. So, TV shows were already set to go. And I've just been in a space of like, dang, Shacottha, the things you want for your life, the things that you envision, the things that you see that have not come to fruition, right? I do believe in God's timing and that his timing is perfect. But then I also know that people can sabotage stuff. And when I talk about people, I'm talking about me. And I'm sitting here watching this host on this TV show who is a big star at this time. And I'm watching it, and it's very not giving, for me to be honest. And I'm like, Shacottha, I'm sitting here thinking, sitting here in this waiting room, what are you doing with your life? Like, what are you doing? What's happening? And it just was very present for me at the time that a lot of the things that are maybe not come to fruition in my life are not God's doing, but Shacottha sabotaging. The impact that I want to make, the comedy that I want to do, the laughter that I want to put out in the world. It was very clear to me in that moment that I needed to get out of my own way. Because there are a lot of people in the world doing a lot of big things. And I am doing this live to tell you, it's not because they're smarter than you, they're prettier than you, they have more connections than you. It's only because they put one foot in front of the other and they did the work. It's because some of them are delusional enough to say, hey, I deserve this. I'm that talented. And I'm not saying it in a negative way. I'm saying it in a way of they believe in themselves. And they might not even be talented. Because let's just keep it 100. It's a lot of stars that they may not be given in the talent area, but they are at a certain level. Why? Because they said, I wanted it, and they believed in themselves, and they just went after it. So I just had one of those moments today of like, Shacottha, if you were that delusional, if you were that bold, what would be present in your life today? What impact will you be making? And that's what it's really about, right? Because I know that the gifts that God gives us is for the betterment of the world. And I've been hoarding my gifts right here in this room of mine, being funny for my friends, but I was blessed for it to be infectious and more on everybody else. So the question I have tonight, what is your gift that God gave to you that you are supposed to be giving to not only your friends, your family members, your kids? It doesn't even have to be as big as the world. It could be your community. It could be the people on your block. It could be the people in your city. But a lot of us know that deep down there's more. There's more people that we can be blessing and impacting, and we're not. And I just want to ask you tonight, why? Why? Because if someone else can do it, you can too. And a lot of it is perfection on my part. I am here doing this live tonight because I have an accountability partner that had their foot on my neck to come here tonight. And thank you for that. And then also, it's not going to be right. And I heard this quote by Abraham Hicks. If you're into it, I know a lot of people ain't, but Abraham Hicks talks about worthiness is earned. Now, I know worthiness is given to us when we were, as soon as we came out of our mom's situation. But the reason that it resonates to me about worthiness is earned is because it's earned in a sense of when you do something, you have the confidence to do it again. Or even if you do it badly, okay, well, that didn't work. I know to do it this way again the next time. So worthiness is earned because it's repetition, it's practice that we get to do to have confidence in ourselves, to be able to stand tall and say, I know how to do that. Right? There are things that I don't know how to do very well. And there are things that I'm like, I can do this. I can crush it. Without a shadow of a doubt, because I've done it so much that you can't tell me different. So in that sense, worthiness was earned through the repetition that I've done over the years to hone that skill. But at the beginning of me doing it, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect. It was a mess. But I was just delusional enough to keep going back at it and chipping away, chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. What is it? That's the question tonight. Is it your perfectionism that's keeping you back? We were given talent to come here to bless others, not to keep to ourselves, be funny in our living room, whatever your craft or your artistry may be. God, your higher self, whatever the universe, whatever you believe, it's not here for you, right? It's here for you to share. And God will bless you for sharing it. So I'm going to leave you with a tip on how to calm that voice. And this is something I got from Mel Robbins. I love her. Is naming that voice, right? So for instance, you have that voice when you say, oh, I'm going to go do insert your skill, your talent, whatever you have going on. And you have that little voice saying, you can't do it, or maybe you should hold off, or whatever. If you name the voice Tom, okay, Tom, I hear you, but you're not needed now. Have a seat. I hear you, Tom, but I got this. I know you're trying to keep me safe, because that's what the voice is really trying to do. It's trying to keep you safe, and that's what the voice is supposed to be doing. Tom, I got this. I know you doing what you're supposed to do. I got this. So that would be my challenge to you, is to name that voice and talk to it with love and grace, and respectfully and nicely. You can sit down. That is my word on tonight. I thank you all for showing up. You can leave a comment on what you named your voice if you would like to share that. If you don't, that's fine as well. And I would definitely love to hear, what is it that you know that you were put here to do that you're not doing? And I want this to be a space of accountability and love. That when you put it down there, you're putting yourself at issue, knowing that, okay, somebody gonna see it, and I better get to doing it. Because that's what makes us happy, sharing our gifts and our love. Thank you. Share, share, share. Have a good night.